So this was the assignment I gave you guys for the other class. This is my heading and this is my paragraph. The text doesn't have to be that long because that is not our main focus. Our focus is learning how to use these HTML tags to build our own websites. For this lesson, I'm going to be teaching you how you can use the list items. We have the ordered list and the unordered list. The ordered list gives your list items numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4. While the unordered list makes your list items to be bulleted. The ordered list is the parent tag to the list items, and the unordered list is also a parent tag to the list items. Let's try the unordered list and see how our list item will look like. So unordered list is written with UL. Then in between the opening and closing tags, we have our list item. So the first list item I want to put here is acoustic guitar. Then I want another list item. Next is electric Then let's add one more list item. Let's say bass guitar. So these like examples of guitars without a particular order. So let's say we want to list something that has order, like we want to use the ordered list, the OL. Let's say we want to list the procedures for creating a website. So we could start with LI, choose a web address, then next. Register with a web hosting service. Okay, then design your website. Build your site. So this is just a little of the procedures you need in building a website. Now what you notice here is that our list items, they got numbered. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. So the ordered list is used when you want to list some things in a specific order. So I'm going to show you guys a new tag. It's called the horizontal rule, and it's represented with the H arrow. So by the time you put your H arrow tag, you get an horizontal rule in your document. So this is the horizontal rule, very thin and beautiful. At least our site is looking a bit better than how it was looking before. The horizontal rule can be used to divide your website into sections. Let's plug into the HTML table. So for us to use the HTML table, all we need to do is to write the table and we get our tag, our table tag. So this is the table tag. Like every other table, our HTML table uses rows and columns. For us to specify a row in our HTML table, we use the T arrow tag. Now we're going to be having several rows in our table, but we want the first row in our HTML table to contain the table headings. That is the heading of each column that was going to be in that particular table. So let's bring out some table headings and specify what will be there. So for our first table heading, I want it to be the name of guitar. For the next table heading, it should be the costs. Then the last one should be the country. That is like the country where you can find that particular guitar. So let's look at it. Good. So these are our table headings will look like. They will look like as if we're using our heading tag when we use our heading tag, they appear bold. So our table headings, they will also appear bold because it's also an heading, but in a table, not normal heading. You understand? So for us to create a new row, we have to use the TRO tag again. So we use the TRO tag again, and then we will now specify the data that will be under this our table heading. So for the first table data, we use a TD, and the first table data will contain the name of our guitar. So the name of our guitar could be an acoustic guitar. So our guitar is called an acoustic guitar. That's fine. Then the next data is the cost for that acoustic guitar. So write the cost. Let's say the cost for that acoustic guitar is $25. We put it there. Then the next table data will be the country we can find it. Okay, let's say we can find acoustic guitars in the United States. So you write it there. Now you're going to repeat this thing for other types of guitar and their costs and the countries you can find them. So to save yourself the stress, you could just copy this, then you paste. Okay, then now what we'll do is to edit it. So the next guitar I want to talk about is electric guitar. And we could say the cost for that electric guitar will be $50. And you can find it in, let's just put any country there. Let's say we could find it in India. Okay. Then the next guitar, let's put a bass guitar. And the cost of a bass guitar, let's just estimate, okay, maybe $45. Then we add the country, let's say Nigeria. Good. So we have our table. This is our table now. So let's look at how our table is looking like. Okay, so see our informations, they are displayed well. You see, the first acoustic guitar is $25 and it's found in the United States. Electric guitar $50 India. Bass guitar $45 Nigeria. But our table is not looking too good, as in it doesn't even look well like a table. So for us to make this table look like a table that it is, we have to give it border. You know, when you see a table like in Excel or all that, you see that, okay, the table has lines to demarcate it, to let you know, okay, this is where this one is, this is where that one is, for you to be able to identify the cells. So for that, we use the border attributes in our table and give the table a border. So we say border equals 1. So we see our table has gotten a border and now it's looking fine, it's looking better. Yes, you say, okay, yeah, this is a table. Now one thing that we could add to our table again to make it even more better is the width attributes. We could make our table responsive by just making our width to be 100%. So now our table is 100% of the screen size. So if I increase the size of my table, you see the table is going to adjust to fit 100% of the screen size. That's why I said we could make it responsive. So this is your first responsive coding that you've done so far, making your table responsive by just making the width 100%. We could try to make our screen smaller and we'll see it still fits. That is because our table has been given an 100% width. So this is all for our blog site for now. You could research more and improve on your blog site. I want you guys to do something crazy with this. Like, you literally worked with WordPress and most of you were creating blogs. So if you could recreate the blog that you did with WordPress with just HTML, then that would be awesome, and I'll give you a thumbs up for that.